I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine named Alex Hill. Alex is a current student at St. Thomas University, a graduate of Maple Grove Senior High, and he's part of our church and part of a group called the BMC. Would you warmly welcome Alex Hill as he shares his story? So I asked Alex to come on up here and on Easter Sunday share a bit of his story. And I just want to say thanks for doing that. Alex, just to kind of start us off here, when did God become real for you? When did God move from a concept to a person?
So, I mean, it sounded like pretty much the same as you. I grew up going to church, did the whole routine when got confirmed, which, I mean, again, it was just a routine. And I believed in God, and I knew that he was real, but I just never sought out a relationship with him until this last summer, and it became real.
So this last summer, God became real for you. So before we sort of get to that part of your story, how would you describe your life prior to beginning a relationship with God through Christ?
You know, it was definitely different. It was difficult, and it was kind of empty. For the most part, when things went wrong, I just kind of looked inward, and I mean, I just relied on myself, tried to get through things when stuff would come up, and it never really worked out all that well.
So some challenges in your life and turning inward to try to overcome those things and finding it empty.
Yeah.
So then what happened? What happened this summer? Tell us what went on.
All right, so a little bit of a story. Like Chad said, the BMC, my good buddy Charlie Thompson was meeting with Chad about once a week, just working on some stuff. And one day he invited me to come along, meet with Chad, just help him, hold him accountable to the stuff that he was trying to do. So one day, it was like a Wednesday, myself, Charlie Thompson, Jackson Lanou, and Jake Palmer met with Chad, and we kind of turned it into focusing on trying to transition from boyhood to manhood and being good leaders. So it was such a good time, and I love it. But so it started out just the four of us last winter, and then by the end of the summer, there was 30 guys coming weekly. Just wanted everyone to come who would. And I knew most of these guys for years on end, and the changes that I was seeing in all their lives just in that short amount of time were incredible, and I knew that it had to be because of God. So I thought, why not give it a shot? I kind of want that. So I started praying, and stuff would come true, and it was super cool. And I just had these crazy spiritual highs. I'm like, all right, God's real. And then God would test me, and he would show me all my mistakes, all my sins, all the dumb things I've done. And I knew about all the things I've been doing, and when it involved other people, I knew that I had done wrong to these people and I was held accountable by them, but letting God in my life meant that I was now being held accountable by him. And that was scary, and it freaked me out, and I shut him out. I just set him to the side. I said, maybe this will be cool later, but for now, this is too scary. I'm just gonna keep going. So as I did that, I kind of realized that that's something that a boy would do, and part of the BMC is trying to become a man. So I decided to try to hold myself accountable with God for all the things that I had done. So one day we were at, Chad took us to this global leadership summit. It was a 2-day leadership experience. And one of the presenters on the screen put up Psalm 51, and it kind of changed everything. So it goes, have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love, according to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions. Wash away all my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions, and my sin is always before me. Against you, you only, have I sinned and done what is evil in your sight. So you are right in your verdict and justified when you judge. Surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from the time my mother conceived me. Yet you desired faithfulness even in the womb. You taught me wisdom in that secret place. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the bones you have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins and blot out all my iniquity. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence or take the Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. And after that, it really hit me. And it kind of blew me away, so I sat there and I thought about it, but I really couldn't think. I just had no idea what to do, so I decided this is probably a good time to pray. So I started praying, And instead of just asking for more forgiveness, as I just realized I have an abundance of it, I just decided to thank God. I just thanked him over and over and over for everything, and since then everything changed.
So you had this moment with God. You know, we walked through the summer, and there was this time where you were questioning and struggling with sin, and then experienced God's forgiveness.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
It changed everything, like I said. I mean, all my relationships with people are just 1,000 times better. It's like taking over every part of my life. Like, I pray before tests now. And it's just, I don't know, it's incredible. It's just this like unimaginable amount of strength and love that's just always coming to me.
Well, I've had the privilege of seeing that transformation happen in your life and some of the other guys. And one of the things that we do in the BMC is we talk about what's your purpose in life? Like, why are you on the planet? And each guy or some of the guys are writing out a mission statement. Why are you here?
I believe that I am here to continuously live and lead in a positive manner that honors God and brings me wholeness and good health.
Let's give it up for Mr. Alex Hill.